everybody, welcome to the Movie Sinkers. This is a very new web show and also an exciting one. Now today is just episode 1 and also the introduction. So today we will just have some little introduction stuff. Now the first thing we'll do is roll some pictures on me. Roll the camera roll. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed those cameras. Those were all pictures of me with video effects. Now, as you may know, George Bush will not be president anymore. Now, the two biggest candidates, the most popular, are Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Which one are you voting for? You can post it in a comment. Also, what do you think of George Bush? I personally don't like him too much. Now, speaking of George Bush, I have some jokes. If you're a George Bush fan, please don't get offended. These are just for fun. Okay, the first joke. George Bush, Dick Cheney, and his wife were on a plane. So George Bush says, if I throw one $100 bill off the plane, I'll make one person happy. Then his wife says, oh yeah? Well, if I throw 10 $100 bills off the plane, I'll make 10 people happy. But then Dick Cheney says, oh yeah? Well, if I throw 100 $100 bills off the plane, then I'll make 100 people happy. But then the two pilots got fed up and they finally said, oh yeah? Well, if I throw all 3 of you off the plane, then I'll make 1,000,000 people happy. I hope you like that joke. Time for the second joke. I like to call it Gateway to Heaven. Now, there's this thing called the Gateway to Heaven owned by St. Peter's. And what you have to do is go to, when you die and you want to go to heaven, you have to go to St. Peter's and he asks you who you are and you have to say who you are. And then he asks you, can you prove it? If you can't prove it, then you're not going to go. If you can't prove it, however, then you may go. Proceed. So one day, George Bush went to the Gateway to Heaven. And St. Peter's is like, okay, who are you? And George Bush is like, I'm George Bush. And then St. Peter's is like, prove it. And George Bush is like, how will I prove it? And then St. Peter's like, well, if Picasso showed me one of his paintings, and Bill Gates showed me how he made Microsoft. So then George Bush says, who's Bill Gates and who's Picasso? And then St. Peter says, right this way. Do you get it? Because George Bush is so stupid and that's the only thing he needs to prove it. So I hope you liked today's episode. Maybe in a week or two, you can come back here and search Movie Sinkers. So yeah, I hope you had fun. Goodbye.